Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is my 2024-25 Premier League season review. I'm reacting to my season predictions. My season predictions, as you see on my screen there. And yes, let's straight on with it. Starting off then with Arsenal, I went for Arsenal to win the league, then the finishing second. I'm way off behind the eventual winners, which was my team, Liverpool. And for me, straight up, failure of a season for me. Failure of a season for Arsenal. Thierry Henry is absolutely spot on, by the way. Absolutely spot on. That is one tall building. One tall building for no trophy in 5 years. No trophy since Arteta first came in. Well, it was actually muddied Arsenal fans' excuses and it takes time and process. Because, hang on a minute, Arteta won the FA Cup in the first 6 months of his job since taking over. So it don't take time, does it? It don't take time. So already they're in the mud, just like that, the Arsenal fans. And since then, Mikel Arteta's had, 5 years? And he's spent, 700 to 800 million and won 0 trophies. Won 0 trophies. He bottled the Premier League in 22-23 season. But you know what? I will say though, at Yates, that was probably unexpected, Arsenal to be in tight with. So I will say I had the mob, but the thing is, they still bottled it. Simple as that. Still bottled it in the final 2 months of the season. So for me, they still bottled jobs Arsenal. They can't hold anyone else bottled jobs when they bottled it in the final 2 months of the season. So when it really matters. So yes, say that. And by the way, they had no injuries. They only had that one injury to Saliba and Rob Holding, who won the FA Cup with Arsenal, came in. So what we doing here? What we doing here? But then we go on to this season and last season. For me, they were the seasons where Arsenal needed to win a trophy. For me, Arteta should be sacked, in my opinion. And I said start the season, he needed to win a trophy. This was last season to win a trophy for me. I'm sorry, I am not accepting any excuses from Arsenal or Arsenal fans. I'm not. There's no excuses. People be like, you get Don Wobby saying 27 injuries. No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. But what were the only key injuries? Right. Before Christmas this season, Arsenal were 9 points behind with a fully fit team. With a fully fit squad as well. So, see, I come with receipts. I come with facts as well. So, you can't say, oh, Liverpool only won the year because they didn't have any injuries. Well, that's fatty incorrect. We had injuries to Alisson. We had injuries to Konate, Trent, Solskjaer. I think Solskjaer was one injury as well. Players that are important to us. Your only key injury before that Christmas period was Martin Odegaard. That's it. And I say key player, even though I don't know how he's a key player when he does missing. But yes, say key player. But then people be like, oh, but Calafiori. No one cares. Calafiori's a scrub. He's a scrub at the back. Used cannon, headless chicken, can't defend for shit. So, if he can't defend for shit, why would he be a mix then? Oh, but look at the goals he scored. Look at the goals he scored at City. Then we go on to the second half of the season. Well, I'm sorry, but you had the January transfer window to sign players. Sorry, just saying. When you go on about Saka's injury, well, you had the January transfer window to sign a striker. And you didn't. Because your manager, who you protect with all your life, and this Arsenal fan base, not all of them, but most of them say, "Oh, if I was brushing my teeth, I would get Arteta to take a dump in the toilet." What the hell are this fan base all about? PR. This is what I'm saying. They just behave to PR this football club. And you know what? Arteta's the perfect manager for Arsenal because majority of the fan base accept the PR bullshit. I can't believe Arteta's still in the job. I really can't. I think it's absolutely baffling. Arsenal, the third biggest club in England, and not won a trophy in 5 years. Come on, what are we doing here? Manchester United, who you all mocked, by the way, and started off in that, we won a trophy last year and won a trophy before that as well. While you were bottle jobs and weren't up for the fight in the title race. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. And by the way, this Arsenal squad should be winning the trophy for me. Should be winning the trophy. It's definitely good enough to win a trophy when you look at it on paper, etc. But the only one thing that stopped Arsenal winning a trophy, and that's Mikel Arteta. And you know what? A lot of people can't stand him now. A lot of people can't stand Arteta, and I can't blame people for being like that. Being all arrogant. What's Arteta got to be arrogant about? He's done nothing as a manager apart from win the FA Cup with Unai Emery's squad, by the way. With Unai Emery's squad. Oh, and Arsenal fans, right? Arsenal fans like to say, oh, but the Liverpool's 2020 Premier League title was a COVID title. Okay then. Your FA Cup was a COVID Cup then. How about that? Boss. Yeah, if we want to play that game, Arsenal fans, let's play that game then. Let's play that game. Because, let's be real, even though if that doesn't count, well, your FA Cup doesn't count then. How about that? In 2020. And guess what? We still won more trophies than you. Thank you very much. Honestly, I can't be. You know what? I actually hate Manchester United fans, but you know what? I actually hate Arsenal fans more. I think that's the thing now. I think everyone hates Arsenal fans now because of the excuses they come up with to defend Mikel Arteta. All their excuses have been put in the mud by Arne Slot and a lot of examples. Arne Slot came in, signed pretty much no one. Chiesa was a PR signing, FSG signing, and he's pissed the Eden's first season. And when Liverpool took that foot off the gas for the last 4 games of the season, oh, guess what? They were preparing for next season. Bam! How about that? And you know what? I'm done saying it now. If Arsenal keep Mikel Arteta, they will not win anything. Simple as that. And that's already been proven. Let's be real. But you put them to win the league this season. Yeah, because it was supposed to be their year. I expected it to be their year this season. Because, you know what? Guess who predicted the Man City fall off in the Premier League? Me. Because I thought, winning 4 in the war, there's going to be some chop off now after don't full out for 4 in the war, etc. Oh, by the way, I only said Man City will fall away in the league. I thought they would win the championship, Man City. And, but yeah, Arsenal, it's a failure of a season. And Mikel Arteta should be sacked. And Dale Southgate, hang on a minute. Oh, hang on. Dale Southgate has reached more finals than Mikel Arteta. Oh dear. By the way, I'm not saying Southgate should be the next Arsenal manager, but yes, just put that into perspective. It's just mind-blowing. And now they've got a dating website at Arsenal. The club's twins, man. The club is twins, and I actually think the PR is letting the club down for me. Setting the club down. They haven't got standards at Arsenal now. They haven't got standards. Oh, we're just happy to be chancing. Oh, we got our Arsenal back. What? You got your Arsenal back when you had the George Graham days and you had the Arsene Wenger days when he first came in, and you're saying it's probably better than that? Fuck off. And I'm sorry, I don't use the word spatsits because that's what the Arsenal fan base is. They are a bunch of spatsits. I know people don't like that word, but let's be real, they are. They have no standards at that football club. The only fans that have a standards at that football club, Lee Dunner, shout out to him, what a man. Turkic, Dan Potts, Yardman, God rest his soul, God, who's no longer with us. Trying to think who else. Troots. I'll give him. I think he has standards as well. Even though I don't agree with some of the things he says. Shane Dooner, sorry. Ryan Tetz, Chancel Sports, or as others call him, Tots. Cal the fourth son. So that's 10 already who have standards. See, that's what I'm saying. You got the minority who actually have standards for the football club. Oh, DJB as well. DJB, Kintenny, Southern Duna as well. So they have standards. Them fans actually have standards for Arsenal. But you get pundits as well. You get all these pundits protecting Arteta as well, saying, "Oh, he's been amazing." They just want to stay in the job by saying that because they accept this PR bullshit as well. Thierry Henry, he should be on Football Country from now on. Speaking sense. Petit, another one. Roy Keane, another one. All speak sense. Oh, we got our Arsenal back. Fucking hell. What? Mediocrity? That's what it is. It's mediocrity. You don't get any trophies for finishing second to 17th unless you win another competition. It's all about winning a trophy. That's the aim of the game. But yeah, enough of Arsenal. Failure of the season. Arteta should be sacked. And by the way, they won't get the striker they want. They'll be getting Setsko. That's it. They won't be getting Yokwez. No chance. Yokwez will either go to PSG, Barcelona, even potentially Liverpool. Depends on the striker we want, but I think we're going after Etite from Frankfurt. But you know what? If we did that Yokwez at the phone first, it's over. That's what rivals would say anyways. So, but yeah, failure of the season for Arsenal. Absolute failure of the season. And Arteta should be sacked. I'm sorry, it should be. I argue he should have been sacked that season as well for not winning the 8. Or actually, not even winning the 8, for not winning the trophy in 5 years. He should be sacked, in my opinion. Absolutely terrible season, but they want to do it out of honour and do this twin speech. Streets of Yemen, dates. Streets of Yemen. And all that. He's just a cringe minder, honestly. Cringe-worthy. But yeah, enough of Arsenal. On to Man City. I did predict a fall-off in the league for Man City, but not as bad of a fall-off that we saw this season. I thought they would have more focus on winning the Champions League, but then what we saw in the Champions League was it's all depending on the draw, wasn't it? And Man City, then they had injuries as well this season, but that was expected done throughout the last 4 seasons. So they need a rebuild. Man City need a fresh rebuild in the summer. Well, they don't mean the Club World Cup. I actually think the Club World Cup actually holds them back done into next season. I actually do. Because it's another tournament. It's another tournament you want to win. It's a trophy at the end of the day. It is a trophy. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. But yeah, it is a trophy because you need to win the Champions League to get into it. Obviously, it's now been expanded this year, the Club World Cup. But yeah, it's still a tournament. Same as the Super Cup, still a tournament for me. And how much did he get? He get 100 million for winning it as well. And yeah, I think City. I actually think they'll be held back next season, going into next season for me. Obviously, they'll get the players they want in. Obviously, first has rejected them, which I was quite. To be honest, I wasn't shocked that first rejected them because I would have expected first join Bayern Munich. But obviously, first is going to end up joining us now, which I am shocked about, to be honest with you. But hey, I'm pretty certain it because he's a bad boy bowler. And I just got a feeling, I think next season will be Pep's last season for me. I know Pep Guardiola does honour his contracts, but so did Jurgen. But Jurgen ended up leaving 1 year before his contract was up. Was it 2026, 2027 that Jurgen's contract was up at Liverpool? I just think Pep looks tired. He does. He does look tired, but you can't blame him. Fucking done throughout the teams he's created as well, been absolutely incredible. And the season he's having Man City as well. I don't feel next season is his last season at Man City. I really do. I just feel he's going to do another year, and I reckon, where I think during the season he'll probably make an announcement, or he might do it at the start of next season. I think that'll be the perfect time to do it, start of next season, if you've done a year, because then now it shouldn't really have an effect in terms of start the season because you can now kick on. But yeah, City, they just need a rebuild. They need pressing enough for me. De Bruyne went at the right time for me. I think he got removed at the right time. And as Motti did turn up back end of the season, fitness issues, isn't there, with De Bruyne. City need fullbacks. Like, they need a right back and they need a left back. Guardiola's had an attacking left back, isn't he? But I wouldn't be shocked if he still plays alongside Diaz at centre back. I think they'll be okay with the centre backs of Dot City because I think they signed 2 of them in January. Obviously, they need a goalkeeper. I think Ederson will be even, so I think they'll replace Ederson. They need a right back. They need a left back. So that's 3 signs already. I think they just need another midfielder for me, which could be Reinders from AC Milan. Quality midfielder. I can see City getting him. I don't think City need a number 10. Phil Foden in the number 10 role. That's probably why I probably didn't see Throne first happening, because I was like, didn't we need another number 10, Man City? You got O'Reilly coming through as well at Man City as well. But I do think Man City will probably get another number 10. I know Cherky has been in from Lyon. Divs White's been into City as well. So it'll probably be like Cherky and Reinders. Reinders will probably be playing that number 8 role alongside Rodri. In terms of the forwards, I don't think City need any forwards. I think they're well stocked up there. I think Savinho will come good next season for Man City. I still think he's a baller. he's had that season in the Premier League. I think now he'll get used to the league, and I think he'll come done next season. You got Mahmoud, you got Haaland, you got Oxford coming back from injury, you got Esefere, who's coming in as well. What a baller he is as well. So yeah, they're well stocked up front, Man City. I don't think they need any more forwards, in my opinion. They just need another number 8, another number 10, a left back, a right back, and a goalkeeper. That's what I think City will go for, in my opinion. They just need freshening up, but I do think the Club World Cup actually does leave them behind on into next season. I really do, because they're going to need a rest after the Club World Cup, Man City, and I think they're going to come back later as well than all the other teams who already have a pre-season under the band as well. Obviously, Man City can rotate the squad, I would say, for pre-season. They don't need to play their first team players, but as I feel done into the season, I do feel some of their first team players will not sharpness, which will set them back. In my opinion. And again, it's a very well for season for Man City, not winning the trophy. But we can get Man City off because of the seasons they've had, winning 4 in a row. And I have no doubt Man City will be back next season, in my personal opinion. So maybe not back at the top of the Premier League, because I still think we'll be favourites to win the Premier League. But I do think Man City will be back next season. I think they will win the trophy next season, whichever trophy it is. In my opinion. And the Club World Cup. The Club World Cup is seen as like a end of season tournament, doesn't it? Like, I wouldn't really count it as like a next season tournament personally. I think it's more of an end of this season tournament, the Club World Cup. So actually they could still win a trophy, to be fair, Man City. But that's what I think will happen for Man City next season. Obviously, end up in third. But yeah, you can kind of get Man City off for the season, for the past seasons they've had, to be fair. Unlike Arsenal, who have been a failure every season, for me. Obviously, in third, I went for Liverpool. And look, I said in my Liverpool season review, I'm not going to go on too much for Liverpool, but it's one of the best closing performances you will see from Mane. So, always adapting, always changing it up during games as well. And yeah, 10 out of 10 season, Premier League champions. The trophy we probably all want is Liverpool fans, not seen us yet in front of fans since 1990. Because that time was obviously in COVID, and just seeing that trophy was goosebumps, wasn't it, in front of the fans. Obviously having that parade. Obviously the parade for the good reasons. We all know the bad reasons, but for the good reasons, we need to have the good reasons. We need to have the good moments from the parade. We need the good moments from the parade to overshadow the bad moments for me. Because you can't let the bad moments overshadow the parade for me. It was still good moments, let's be real, seeing the parade, wasn't it? Seeing the fans there, packing up the stations as well. Packing up the stations, and by the way, I've seen criticism about some Liverpool fans, from Carlisle United fans, Carlisle United fans criticising Liverpool fans for packing up the stations and saying this will support the local team. Well, actually, Liverpool fans do support the local team. Unlike a certain Carlisle fan from Liverpool, Well, you're not really a Carlisle fan, are you? If you're from Liverpool. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sports. There we go. Sports. How about that? So how about you support the local team? Because you support Carlisle, but you're from Liverpool. Oh dear. And by the way, you should support whoever you want. But when you're having a direct Liverpool fan saying support your local team, well, you're from Liverpool and you support Carlisle. So how does that make sense from you? Come from you. So yeah, well, bit awkward, isn't it? Because I support Carlisle because it's a local team, and I was born in Carlisle. By the way, no, this is not a Royal Navy advert, by the way. And I support Liverpool because my dad supported them. So, oh dear. But yeah, yes, ignore that. But yeah, Arnie's so incredible job he's done. Mine's a season for me, in my opinion. He was inexperienced coming into the Premier League as well. And the players could have easily down tools as well after a year and done. But they actually thrived under the new voice as well. And the first half of the season definitely won us the lead, in my opinion. Definitely won us the lead. Starting well. Starting the season well. Having a good pre-season as well. Even though I don't think pre-season really matters in terms of like, does pre-season really matter that you don't win the league or not? Probably not in my probably not in my opinion, and we're gonna be even better. That's the thing. We're gonna be even better now. With the players coming in, Frimpong, Turkheads, throwing first. There is a risk to throwing first deal, isn't there? Because it is a big price tag, so he needs to hit ground running straight away. But I have no doubt he will. Get the striker in. Get the striker we want in, and already we're ahead of everyone else in the transfer window. Everyone else in the transfer window is messing around. And messing around, and we've already got three. Well, your side pretty much we've got 3 players in already through the door, and already even Snot said we prepared for next season 4 weeks ago. Champions, we're acting like champions in transfer window. I never thought I'd see the day because, to be honest with you, I never thought we were a serious club in terms of transfer window. Because we've always been more of a cautious club, haven't we? Been more cautious, and we have brought sense. We have been sensible in the transfer window in the past, I will say that. But we are really going for it in the summer. We're really going for it in the summer, and I really love to see that acting like champions as well. And that's why I think we're favourites for next season. Then, in my opinion, we're favourites for next season, especially if we've already got one step ahead of everyone else in the transfer window, while everyone else is messing around, making excuses, saying, "Yeah, but the transfer window's not open yet." Well, you're messing around. How come deals have been agreed and done already? And we're going to announce a Frimpong deal today. We're going to announce Turkheads probably next week and first next week as well. So, no one can talk to Liverpool this season. No one can talk to Liverpool this season because at the end of the day, people say, "Oh, you haven't had injuries to Salah." Well, we've had, like I said before, we've had injuries to Alisson, Konate, Solskjaer, Jota, Jones was another one, Trent as well, Bradley. see, we've had injuries, so. But yeah, just ignore, like, people making excuses. It's only Arsenal fans saying that, by the way. It's only Arsenal fans saying that. It's just because they know their minds has failed at then at this season, but they want to try and protect them even more by making those stupid excuses. Oh, but the referees, well, we've had bad decisions as well this season. If we didn't have bad decisions this season, Liverpool would have won the game by more points. So, how about that? How about that? Everyone does bad decisions, everyone does injuries. Enough said. Get on with it. Tottenham had injuries in the Europa League final and they won it. But yeah, Arsenal is the most cringeworthy club, just the most cringe club ever. We are. What the hell has happened to their standards, especially from George Graham as defender days? Social media, that's what's happened. Social media. The only serious clubs in the Premier League are Man City and ourselves. We're the only serious club in the Premier League. We don't post out PR bullshit like Arsenal, Chelsea. Even Chelsea been falling into that trap now. Chelsea under Warren Van who were a monster under Warren Van tipped on winning. Now I see Chelsea crying about making top four. What are you doing here? But yeah, Arne Slot, one of the best closing performances for me, and deserves man of the season for me, Arne Slot, and for me, we've done that even better, especially with the players he wants in as well. So we've done be even more better as well. Obviously, like I keep saying, I want a right back, I want a centre back, and I want a left back. So we got the right back and left back done. Centre back could be anyone, could be Hinterpie from Leverkusen, but I can't see another Leverkusen player joining us. It could be Inacio from Sporting, could be Hato from Ajax, could be a YouTuber, another one being Nin from Red Bull Leipzig. We do like doing business with Leipzig, so that's quite realistic, to be fair. So obviously we did want Hodgson, but he's gone to Real Madrid, and I would like another DM in personally, just as covering competition for Gravenbergs. But I reckon we'll probably keep Endor and Stefan Pacetic as like the two options there. So I think we'll keep them. So I don't think we'll get a DM. Obviously number 10 from Firth, from Firth in by the looks of it. And probably a striker, because I don't see any wingers even, to be honest with you. I think Jota and Nunes will leave, in my opinion. I think both of them will leave. I think Diaz may stay, to be honest with you. I would rather keep Diaz over Jota and Nunes. Jota's heads are done, and he only cares about FIFA, playing FIFA. Nunes, useless. How about that? But to be fair, I think Darwin Nunes will do well at probably a smaller club under no pressure, in my opinion. That's where I think Nunes will do well. Atletico Madrid want him. Simeone signs weird players, doesn't he? He signed Conor Gallagher, but at the end of the day, he's made him dud. So, it wouldn't shock me if he made Darwin Nunes dud, to be honest with you, to be fair. The striker's probably looking likely to be Tite from Frankfurt. I don't see us getting Alvarez. We're not going to pay another 100 million on another player. So that rules out Isak. Isak's staying at Newcastle anyways. Alvarez will stay at Vestor or maybe Dor. Or maybe Dor elsewhere. I could see Alvarez at PSG, to be fair. Could see him at PSG. To be fair, Alvarez. But yeah, it's looking like to be a Tite. And you know what? I'll take a Tite. It's well proven in Ligue 1 and Bundesliga. Price has a bit of a worry, but he ends up playing well. He gets more. He ends up playing well. He creates chances for himself. I think he should be better than Nunes. We know that. We know he'd be better than Nunes at finishing. And he was quite underrated because Marmoush was then older attention before he went to Man City as well. So, but yeah, massive overachievement for Liverpool this season. I thought it would be the same as last season personally, where we'll finish third, chop away in the title race and win the trophy. And I would have took that. Start of the season as a successful season. But we've done one better and win the league. So it's a 10 out of 10 season for me. 10 out of 10 season. In fourth place, I went for Newcastle. They ended up finishing in fifth. But yes, we will. They won the Carabao Cup. They've won a trophy as well. Successful season for Newcastle. Then the Champions League and win the trophy. I think they'll be serious contender next season, Newcastle. If they can improve their bench, I think they'll need to improve the bench for me, Newcastle. Maybe get another centre back and an upgrade on Murphy. Newcastle are serious, man. They're going to be a serious contender, especially when the whole 115 chances with Man City is going to be sorted during the Club World Cup, in my opinion. And that's what I feel. Because the Club World Cup will be done on, and they'll be thinking, why, yes, they're the third there. And Man City will get cleared of the 115 chances, and then Newcastle will be like, right, we can spend what we want now. And then, bam, they're going to be deadly serious. They're going to be a serious club, Newcastle. Eddie Howe needed that trophy, didn't he? He needed that trophy for me because Eddie Howe was like, was this that year man category, wasn't he, Eddie Howe? I actually put Eddie Howe in the same category as Mikel Arteta, but now he's a better course than Mikel Arteta because he's won that trophy now, Eddie Howe, winning the Carabao Cup against the Liverpool team as well, against all the odds as well. And by the way, they battered us. They battered us in that final. Deservedly won that final, Newcastle. Happy for the fans as well. The good old Geordies. Happy for the Geordies. They're respectful to us as well, to be fair. Their fans were respectful to us as well, saying, well done on winning the league, though. Well done on winning the league, etc. And, but yeah, they're a serious club now. I think they're serious. I'm more worried about Newcastle than Arsenal next season. Because Arsenal still don't have Mikel Arteta, and they're going to sign Sesko for 90 million. Sesko, who, for me, who's only had, one good season. And Newcastle will keep the midfield. They don't even need to improve the midfield. They just need that, good backups for them, to be honest with you. And in terms of starting 11, Newcastle only need a centre-back, and they need someone on that white wing. Maybe like a Quahy, maybe like a Dahey at centre-back, and Primo at white wing, or another centre-back for Newcastle that they were trying that. Maybe even a Hinterpie would be good for Newcastle, someone like that. Plamfret, why not? Why not spend the money on Plamfret? And that'll be a statement sign for Newcastle because I rate Plamfret, and obviously it's from my neck of the woods in Carlisle as well. I think the Primo will be a good signing because I think Brentford are going to use their key players now. To be honest with you. So I think the Primo and Murphy on that right hand side will be very good for Newcastle. The left hand side's already sorted with Gordon and Barnes. And up front, you got Isak and Wilson. Probably still going to be them two up front. Because Eddie Howe, Callum Wilson's like the Eddie Howe favourite, but Callum Wilson could end up even. Maybe offer Callum Wilson to Brentford in the next games. In the stands where I can Bremo, something like that. So yeah, but Eddie Howe needed that trophy, didn't he? Needed that trophy, and now they're serious contenders next season, and we do think that. But they do need to improve their bench, though, Newcastle. They do need to improve the bench. In 5th place, I went for Aston Villa. Ended up being Carabao. So I predicted them to win the Carabao Cup. They didn't do that. I just thought Unai Emery's a knockout manager, isn't he? He's more of a cup competition manager. And obviously, Aston Villa, they ended up finishing 6th. I still think that's a good season, especially when they had Champions League, the Stratton as well. And they still qualified for Europe. Still a good job. Emery's still done a good job there. Still qualifying Aston Villa for Europe. Maybe not the Champions League, but it wasn't solely on the door. Aston Villa were playing Rotherham in the Championship, so they would have took this in a heartbeat. And then a manager like Unai Emery, who is still one of the best managers in the league for me, they'll do strong. They'll do strong in the Europa League next season, especially Unai Emery, proven record in the Europa League as well. They'll be one of the favourites, Aston Villa, to win that competition as well. So I don't see why not. They can't do all the way in that competition. To be honest with you. In 6th place, I went for Chelsea. They ended up finishing 4th, but they did win the Conference League, which I did predict they will. I predicted they would win the Conference League start the season. Maresca, I mean, they were in title race, weren't they, Chelsea, until Christmas? Until Christmas time. Christmas time, they were 2 points behind Liverpool, but Maresca said, we are not in the title race, and all of a sudden they fell off since he said that. I never thought Chelsea would sustain it, though, to be fair. I never thought they would sustain it because I still question Chelsea defensively, and they have been atrocious defensively this season. The keeper, they need that Udo keeper Chelsea, but Maresca, he won a trophy at the end of the day. Chelsea have now competed the European competitions. They competed it now. They've won the Conference League, they've won the Europa League. I think they've won the Europa League twice, haven't they? With Benitez and Mauricio Sarri. Won the Champions League twice. With Di Matteo and Tuchel. And they've won the Super Cup. I think they've won the Club World Cup as well, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, they've competed at Chelsea. This is a bit awkward for Arsenal, isn't it? Saying who's the bigger club and all that. Well, no, you'd say, well, if you count on all 4 trophies, it's still Arsenal, but Chelsea have been more successful in Europe than Arsenal, so there is an argument there. That should be a debate. Who's the better club, Arsenal or Chelsea, in my opinion. But Chelsea separating things in the top 4 on the final day, that was disgraceful, in my opinion. How shameless. How shameless. I do think Chelsea standards have gone down a bit since one yet. Separating the top 4 finish. Enzo Fernandez crying for finishing in the top 4. So, sorry, pal, but you don't win a trophy for finishing in the top 4. Bloody, that's disgraceful, them standards, to be fair. Cold Palmer, it was definitely cold in winter because he was frozen. He was frozen in winter, nowhere to be seen in winter, Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer ended up being melted, was it end of April? When, obviously, start of May, when he stored then Suds when we were on the beats because we already sealed the title. But yeah, Cole Palmer, quality player, but has been inconsistent this season. And but still their best player, Caicedo, one of the best players as well. See, Chelsea, they've got the midfield, Chelsea. I think they've got the midfield with Fernandes, Caicedo, and Lavia. Fernandes as well. So they're all right in midfield, Chelsea. Neto is a baller as well. He'll come done next season as well. He'll be even better than this season. They just need a striker, Chelsea, because all Chelsea's forwards are all wingers for me. Jackson's a winger. Jackson's a winger as well. And they just need a striker, obviously. He just decided on the sign Diop from Ipswich, so I'm not sure he's the answer, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if he's the answer, but he did play with Cole Palmer for the Man City youth, so there is that bond there, to be fair. I still think they'll need another striker, Chelsea, to add to Diop, in my opinion. They need a centre-back, Chelsea. Colwell's not done enough. Chalobah's alright. I think Chalobah's an alright defender, but they need another centre-back for me. The okay at left back. I do think Tuchel is a bit of a headless chicken, but he's not done bad games, Tardy. Tuchel. Right back. Yeah, I think they're alright at right back. Gusto ain't bad, is he? He's a decent right back. Especially if Reece James don't be injured as well. So yeah, they need a goalkeeper. They need a goalkeeper, Chelsea need a centre-back. But how many times have we said they need a goalkeeper and a striker? We said that for years. They're still not strengthened that area. I think Enzo Moretti is quite lucky because if Chelsea didn't finish top 4, if they didn't finish top 4 and they didn't win the Conference League, he would be sacked, in my opinion. So I still think he's going to be under pressure, Moretti, for the first half of the season. And but yeah, Chelsea. In the end, probably a good season for Chelsea because I never felt they were done enough for the title. So they got the Champions League football, they've won a trophy. So yeah, successful season for Chelsea. In 7th place, Manchester United. I put them to win the Europa League. They ended up finishing 15th. What a disaster of a season. Hard pass of a season for Manchester United. Ruben Amorim. I think Ruben Amorim should still get the summer transfer window for me. But the signs aren't up and dud in the summer transfer window. Cunha, I do question that signing personally. Yeah, just for his attitude. And he's just done me another effort added to the squad that will throw minds on the butts. Just like Bruno Fernandes is another effort as well. Quality player, but he's another one that's threw minds on the butts as well. They are with 3 other players. Obviously, Manchester Fernandes has been in for the move to Saudi. I'm taking the money. I'm taking that money for Fernandes at the end of the day. Yeah, you can say he's a winner, but just get rid of the egos. Get rid of the egos in the dressing room, for God's sake. But now you're adding another one in fucking Cunha. Cunha, decent player, but again, bad ego, bad attitude. For me, Cunha. And Manchester United, they've been a circus since 30 yet, and it's still going to continue. There don't be another circus. Amorim will be done pretty soon, I reckon. I think Amorim will be done. To be honest, I think he could be done. If he doesn't start the season well, Amorim, I think he could be done. To be fair. And it's round and round we go again with this circus. With this circus of a club. And they are circus of a club. The youth stadium even looks like a circus. So I've always said it. The same old Geppards are still at Manchester United and they're not done that anywhere. If the same old Geppards are still there and some of them are on the pitch. as well. So, imagine finishing 15th. What a season to be a Liverpool fan, by the way, especially if you want to banter Man United. But I'm not even going to banter Manchester United because they've been a laughing stock for a whole decade now, since 30 yet. They've always been a laughing stock, so it's nothing new. Obviously, finishing 15th was still quite a shock. We didn't expect that from Manchester United, but is it really a shock? Because they are a laughing stock as well. So yeah, about Radcliffe was right. They need open heart surgery at Manchester United, and they still do. Despite they won the FA Cup and League Cup, they still need it because it's all right turning up whenever you want, but they should be turning up for the whole season consistently at Manchester United. Second biggest club in the world, second biggest club in England, and finishing 15th. Terrible. So yeah, he's going to be under pressure and win start next season, in my opinion. In APS, Tottenham Hotspur, well, rubs salt in the wounds of Arsenal, doesn't it? Tottenham winning the trophy. Who would have thought that? Winning the Europa League. And fair play to Hans. He actually adapted in that Europa League final. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when he went defensive in that Europa League final. I was like, that's what he needed. That's what Hans needed to add to his manager capabilities. He just needed to he just needed to like adapt his manager style, didn't he? Obviously, they finished 17th, and people are going to be judging that, saying, "Oh, it's still not a better season than Arsenal." It is a better season than Arsenal for me. Arsenal won nothing. Spurs have won a trophy. That's the aim of the game, to win a trophy. Second to 17th means nothing. Second means you're the first user. Simple as that. And by the way, Spurs' league system now is irrelevant because they've won the Europa League. One, they've won a trophy. Two, they qualified for the Champions League after winning the trophy. So, yeah, it's a settled season for Spurs. And people say, how is it a successful season of 2017? Who cares? He finished as irrelevant. I don't know if Hans is going to stay at Spurs. I don't know about that. Because he might just say, you know what, I'll just leave on the high after winning the trophy. But you would think he will stay next season, to be fair. You would think he will stay after winning the trophy as well. They don't be interesting, Spurs. They are don't be interesting in the summer transfer window. I will say that. Because if they can strengthen properly and strengthen the right areas, then they will have a massive improvement in terms of the league from this season to next season. And they will be back in the top 6, in my opinion, Spurs. Maybe top 5, who knows? It depends who they get in the summer. But fair play to Hans, proved me one. And by the way, he won that trophy with injuries in the final. What phase is he in? And he did say, didn't he? He did say early in the season, I always win in my second season. That's a hit I told now, isn't it? And it ended up being right as well. That wasn't that remembered now, isn't it? And he ends up winning a pretty trophy. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Spurs. What I saw in the European final was like, oh, you know what? And that's what Hans needed to do. He needed to adapt. And now he showed he can adapt. And that's what you need, because for me, Powell and Doddy, there were more wing backs and full backs for me. Spurs have got a good team. They've got a decent goalkeeper. They've got a very good back line. they'd all done midfield as well, Spurs, whoever you want to play in midfield. It's just them forward areas for me, for Spurs. I think Siante will still be the main forward. You got Son as well. You got Johnson, who is hit and miss. I think they just need backup now to Johnson, Siante, and Son for me. Madison and Kuufesi, they will be playing in midfield for me. I think they will play in midfield. So I actually think they got better players than Manchester United, which is why I wasn't sure that Spurs won the final, but I thought Man United's mentality would in finals would beat Spurs in the final, to be honest with you. So yeah, Spurs need to have better backup options for me. I think that's all they need, in my opinion. And then I think they'll be done to door. Maybe not to win the league, but to get back in the hooping places. In 9th place, I went for West Ham. They ended up finishing 14th. For me, my reason was I went for West Ham on paper. With their squad on paper, they should be in the top 10 with their squad on paper. But I had my doubts about Jochen Teddy from the start, saying it was something the man was made in hell. Towards season towards chaos with the owners, and he did, and he ended up getting sacked. And I got a better replacement than Graham Potter. I think Graham Potter is a decent coach. I think he's the right man for West Ham. I really do. I think he will set the team up well. I would expect him to set the team up well. I know this is tried done this season with him. So I am quitting it up with all these teams. He knows how to coach his teams, Potter, especially in that win away at Arsenal, being a prime example. And it'll be interesting summer with Graham Potter, see who he wants to get in as well. And see how they. I expect West Ham to be top 10 next season. I really do. Under Graham Potter. If they're not, it's a failure of a season again for me. But for me, West Ham are a top 10 team. That's it. I don't know why their fans always expect who, but I can understand it, to be fair. Especially if Brighton getting the hooping places, then West Ham certainly can. But it's when West Ham fans expect top 4 and top 5 and all that, aren't they? Really? I mean, there should be, with the owners, the budget and all that, but sometimes they expect too much. I thought they were harsh on David Moyes, West Ham fans. He won them a trophy. He won them a trophy as well. But yeah, that's what I expect from West Ham this season. I expect them to be top 10. If not, then yeah, it is a failure. Then it is a failure of the season. In 10th place, I actually went for Nottingham Forest in 10th place. And they ended up finishing 7th. I thought Nottingham Forest. A lot of people had Nottingham Forest to door down. Not for me. I thought Nuno. I was judging it on Nuno's experience at Wolves. I thought, you know what, I think he can get Forest in the top 10, mid-table. Because I also felt they had good players for Forest. Chris Wood up front, Gibbs White, Elander, Hudson-Odoi. The double pivot midfield of Anderson and Dominguez or Yates. You got Anya and Nico Williams sometimes playing as the fullbacks as well. And the quality, two of the best centre backs in the league this season, Murillo and Mitrovic as well. Stell's been one of the best keepers in the league as well. And yeah, then Nuno, one of the best horses for me. Very underrated horse for me, Nuno. They did fall away in the end in terms of the race for the Champions League. You know what? Fair play to the Forest owner, though, storming on the pits. I think he's actually right. He actually has standards, to be fair. Because they were in control of the Champions League places and they fell away in the end. To start the season, they still would have took a hooping place on Forest. They wouldn't have predicted they were being hoop this season. So I still think it's still been a good season for Forest, but it could have easily been better with the Champions League. they were in full control with that as well. But they still don't mean hooping football next season, and conference year, yes, we will. I think they don't have a good chance for it in that conference year, surely. They would surely have a good chance in that to go very far in that competition. Will players leave? I still think they'll keep their players for one more season, but if they don't get hooping football, then yeah, their key players will be done, in my opinion. So yeah, I went for Forest in 10th, then Dolphins in 7th in the conference APS. I still think it's been a good season for Forest. It's still the top hooping football start season, but it could have easily been better, couldn't it? 11th place, I got Fulham spot on. I put them in 11th place. They do this every season for them, where I don't know why. First half of the season, they're always up there, like in the top 7 or something like that. But then once it reaches the safety mark, they always seem to fall off. Like in April, May time, which they did. Obviously, they did beat us in April, but apart from that, they did fall off for them. It did just, and then they were just hit and miss throughout the whole season for them. They had good games and they had bad games. That's the team that's sort of team they are. And mid-table was a fair position for them, in my opinion. Marco Silva's done a good He's done a good job at Fulham, stabilising them as well. And yeah, and you know what? They were still in the race for Europe in the remaining games of the season as well. But yeah, they were just too inconsistent for a hooping PS for me. And but yeah, they always stood first half of the season, then seemed to have like a drop off in the second half of the season, don't they, for them? So yeah, so that's my thoughts on Fulham. I think it'll be the same then next season. Same with them next season for Fulham, mid-table, maybe chance for whoever then. Marco Silva's done a good job there. Up next, 12th place, I went for Brighton. Dane Dolphins in 8th place. They will get hooping football. I just realised, yeah, they will get hooping football, Brighton. So, great job from Falconhurst, yeah. Obviously, Chelsea won the conference league, meaning Brighton will get hooping football because they finished in 8th place. And a brilliant first season for Falconhurst, yeah, qualifying Brighton back into hooping football then. So it will be Forest and hang on. It's Nottingham Forest in the Conference League or in the Europa League? Hang on, I might have got that one. Let me know down below in the comments if you watch this on repeat. But I know Brighton are definitely going to be getting Conference League football. Obviously, fans to Chelsea for winning the Conference League. But yeah, great job from Persia. Good first season for him. Got Brighton to Hoover, APS, very good position. Better than what I expected. I thought it would be mid-table. I even said mid-table would be a good season for Hershey. Hershey was unknown as well. Plays good style of football, exciting style of football as well. Be interesting to see what they do in Hoover next season. Brighton in 13th place. I went for Brentford. They ended up in 10th. They were in that 8th position in the final day, weren't they? Brentford obviously just missed out on it with the draw at Wolves. And very good season for Brentford to finish in the top 10. Underrated job by Thomas Frank. He's done an underrated job at Brentford, stabilised them in the Premier League. Very good thoughts. Very good underrated thoughts as well. Thomas Frank, and again, it will be interesting in the summer because I do expect Mbeumo and Wissa to leave Brentford. Ivan Toney left Brentford, didn't he? And they still managed to cope well, to be fair, Brentford. But when you use Mbeumo and Wissa, that's where it's going to be a huge test for Brentford, in my opinion. Because I expect them to leave in the summer transfer window. Then that's going to be the big test for Brentford now. Because that's more doors took out their team as well. But I think they'll be okay as long as they replace them well, to be fair. And I think Thomas Frank might replace them well. But let's wait and see. So next season will be a hard one for Brentford, because especially if they use Mbeumo and Wissa as well, then I think they may be in a way decent battle if they use them too. Because that's how much it will drop, in my opinion, when you use them too, in my opinion. In 14th place, they went for Bournemouth, and they ended up in 9th. Again, a good job from Iraola. I think I expected a second season syndrome thing to happen with Bournemouth under Iraola, but he stabilised them again. Top 10 finish for Bournemouth. And then they were in the European places, but kind of fell away in the end. But still managed to get top 10 finish, Bournemouth. And then I think they're the newest players as well. Hodgson's done to Real Madrid, Turquez done to Liverpool. Semenyo will be a sought after window as well. I want to see him go to Spurs or something like that. Semenyo. Chiver will be another player to be after as well. So then Bournemouth, they could use their key players as well, and they could be in a similar situation to Brentford, where I think they could find themselves in where they're about, because it's different with Brighton. Brighton are qualified for European football, so I think they'll keep their key players like Toma, for example, and João Pedro for another season. But it's different with Brentford and Bournemouth. If they use their key players, I think they'll find themselves in a very decent battle, personally. So that's my thoughts on Bournemouth. In 15th, Crystal Palace. They end up finishing 12th and winning the FA Cup. Fair play to them. Tjalsner has shown his experience in mid-finals after winning the Europa League with Frankfurt. That was key in the FA Cup final against Man City. Well deserved win for Palace, because they defended well, set up well as well. City really struggled, in my opinion, to break Palace down. City had the penalty, didn't they? And obviously David Zuma moves as well. Dean Henderson, the hero as well, done the right way. I didn't think it was a bad penalty. It's just Henderson went the right way, didn't he? And Crystal Palace and European football as well. That'll be amazing to see Crystal Palace and European football next season. Obviously, they're going to be in the Europa League. Oh, so yeah, it'll be Aston for Palace then the Europa League. So yeah, it will be Forest and Brighton in the Conference League. Crystal Palace fans, imagine their fans in Europe at Selhurst Park with the Ultra fans as well. Gonna be electric, man. Gonna be electric, and can't wait to see that. Tjalsner start experience in Europa League as well. That's gonna be key as well. So I think he may do well with Palace in Europe, Tjalsner. And I think that's big for Palace, because if they didn't win that FA Cup, I think the likes of Eze, Dehi would have ended up even Wharton as well, Mateta. But I think they'll keep all of them now. I think all of them will want to play in hooping football with Crystal Palace. It's all about adding to that now for Crystal Palace. They do need to add to that now, because they need probably more squad depth, especially in Europe as well. But I think Tjalsner's got a good stout on him. He knows how to stout up players, Tjalsner, as well. So, but yeah, I'm happy for Palace. I am happy with Crystal Palace finally reaching their potential. Because this was their potential to be playing in hooping football. Because when you see Brighton qualifying for hooping football, you think to yourself, why the hell are Palace not qualified for hooping football yet? But now they've done it, it will be interesting to see them in hooping football next season, as how much of a distraction that will be as well. But yeah, I think they'll be fine, Palace, next season in terms of the league. I still think they'll be mid-table, even with the hooping football. It depends what they add, isn't it, in the transfer window? That's what I think will happen for Pirates. In 16th place, I went for Wolves. Not that spot on. I just felt, for me, I just felt they would just stay up. I just felt they still had enough. Obviously, Cunha up front, who's now done to United. I think his doors would have been important. So Abia, Hamlin, Wan Yi Chan as well. They got a very good midfield in Andre and João Gomez as well. Wolves. Decent defence as well. Decent fullbacks. So yeah, I thought Wolves. I didn't think any higher than 16 for Wolves. I thought it'd be 16 for Bets probably. That's what I thought for Wolves, to be honest with you. But I think next season, with the loss of Cunha in the transfer window, they need to replace Cunha well, because I think Wolves could be. I do think Wolves could be one of the teams probably favourites for where they're in the summer next season, in my personal opinion. Depends what they do in the transfer window. Up next in 17th place, I did go for Everton. I went for Everton to stay up shots. Obviously, they had Sean Dyche in charge. I just thought that's what I put it down to. The Sean Dyche experience and staying up with Everton. And by the way, it wasn't just, it was like an easy 17th place. Like an easy one. Because I did think the bottom three wouldn't be in the chance to survive on the final day. I did think the bottom three would get where it's easy quite early, and that did prove to happen, and that did happen. I felt a bit, I thought it was a bit harsh to sack Sean Dyche personally, but the new owners of Everton now wanted the warm mindset. They got David Moyes in, and David Moyes went on that ridiculous streak, didn't they? For ridiculous unbeaten streak since coming back to Everton. Then the Tward and sorts as well. Then the Tward and does at Dawson Park as well, and the only big thing for Everton is, I think Gerard Bromway is going to be a big departure at Everton this season in the summer. You would expect him to leave, wouldn't you? Someone to snap him up. And obviously, I hope that happens, because Carlisle United will get a 15 to 25% selling clause on Bromway. Quality defender. That's the point, I say. I don't know how he's not in the England squad, Gerard Bromway. So I do have to question Tuchel for that. I still think he's one of the best defenders from England for me. That is from the country England, Thomas Tuchel. Gerard Bromway. Gerard Bromway will have a lot of clubs after him. I couldn't tell you which club he'll go to be honest with you. Whoever he does go to probably won't surprise me at all. And he's going to be, what, 50 million? Something like that, 50, 60 million. I think Everton can replace him well as well. It wouldn't stop me if Everton did like Harry Maguire as a replacement, something like that. Have Maguire and Tarkowski as like two centre backs. I think they just suit Everton, both of them. They are proper all still centre backs as well, the both of them. And obviously Everton, it wasn't shocking to see if Richarlison does back to Everton. Maybe David Moyes will get the damn back together. Maybe that Stones, Barkey, Richarlison. It wouldn't shock me at all. I thought Stones has been in for the next 7 Man City as well. I am quite shocked by Doucouré leaving Everton. I'm shocked by that. Because I would have kept him. I think he's a proper boss midfielder. A hard worker as well. So yeah, I was quite shocked by that. I don't know what's happened there. And but yeah, Everton. I don't think Everton will be 17th next season. I think they'll be definitely higher up in the table next season. Everton, especially on the David Moyes as well, new stadium as well. Let's see how they're doing the new stadium. It will take some getting used to being the new stadium after being done Dawson Park for so long as well. But it should boost them, shouldn't it? It should boost them, like, get behind the team and all of that as well. So yeah, I think Everton will probably be like a mid-table team next season in terms of like an early predict something next season. Let's see what they do in the summer. And and now next on to the bottom three. I got the bottom three exactly spot on. Yes, it's for Southampton. I just felt that they weren't done enough for Oldham. Start of the season, I just didn't think Oldham were done enough. I thought Leicester would have the best chance because I still had enough of their squad to start the season, and you think of Cody, Ayew, well experienced players in the Premier League. Ipswich didn't have any experienced players, even though Ipswich would give it a door. I thought Ipswich would be a bit for would be like Luton, for example, where they would give it a door, but this won't be done enough in the end, and that proved to be the case. Southampton, I just didn't think Russell Martin was the right manager for the Premier League. I just didn't think that, but same time, I just felt they should have just stuck with him, to be honest with you, to the end of the season, because even if Southampton did go down, then you still say, well, Russell Martin still got that experience in the Championship to get them back up. And ironically, Russell Martin looks like he's going to become the Everton manager next season. And Southampton have done that Will Still in as well. Will Still's quite an exciting appointment for Southampton because he'll play that exciting football. Russell Martin will play good football at Leicester as well. So yeah, I think Leicester and Southampton will be the favourites to go straight back up from the Championship. This is what I'm saying though. I think them two are just going to go straight back up and then Leicester and Southampton, to be honest with you. Maybe with Sheffield United as well. Ipswich, let's see what the way Dayson does to Ipswich because you just wonder, could it be another Luton with them? They don't want to turn into another Luton where they had that story being in the Premier League and all of a sudden they suffered back-to-back where Dayson's and back into League One they do. I think Ipswich won't be like that though. I think Team Lieutenant seems like a decent torch. But I don't think they'll be anywhere near top. I don't think Ipswich will be top 7 in the Championship next season. I think they'll be more mid-table next season in the Championship. And I still think that would be good for Ipswich because I think they punched above their weight getting promoted to the Premier League because it was such a shock, wasn't it? Seeing Team Lieutenant get back-to-back Daysons. It was quite not back-to-back Daysons, back-to-back promotions. Sorry, just seeing them do that, and he deserved credit for that Team Lieutenant. But I think it'd be more of a stabilised season for Ipswich in the Championship next season, probably mid-table. They're going to use TPAs like the app as well to Chelsea, for example, as well. And yeah, definitely they would definitely keep Team Lieutenant as well. And it'd be, I think Leicester and Southampton probably have a better chance of going straight back up than Ipswich for me, in my opinion. Because Leicester and Southampton is boring, isn't it? It's just boring and predictable. I mean, they get power to payments with them red dating as well. Obviously, Ipswich have done that as well, but I think Leicester and Southampton, they're just that players that are too good for the Championship, and both of them will probably end up going straight back up. And but yeah, that's my thoughts on all three of them. They just weren't done enough to stay up, and all three of them deservedly went down for me. And I think Leicester and Southampton do have the best chance of going straight back up, in my opinion. Round and round we go once again. And so yeah, that is my Premier League season review. Feel free to leave your thoughts on the Premier League season down below in the comments. And feel free to leave your start of the season predictions down below in the comments. What were your start season? What were your start season predictions down below in the comments as well? I do apologise if I was sniffing a lot because I do have I am suffering with hay fever, so I do apologise for that. And but yeah, apart from that, I managed to get through it. Managed to get through the season review. 1 hour 19 as well. Bloody hell, quite a long one as well. To be fair, I was going on about Arsenal, wasn't I? So for the first one, so. But yeah, feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments and your start season predictions down below in the comments. What were your start season predictions down below in the comments? And what were your thoughts on the Premier League season down below in the comments as well? Also, my final word on it. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, it's been a boring season." I kind of agree, but I don't agree because you still had a lot of teams batting for Europe. That's why I still said it was an exciting season. But I can understand it from the title race or battle for survival point of view. I can understand it from that point of view. But we saw Palace win the FA Cup. We saw Newcastle win the trophy. We saw Tottenham win the trophy as well. That's why I don't think it has been a boring season because no one would have expected that, in my opinion. So, but yeah. Anyways, before I waffle on, feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. And yeah, take care, stay safe, and the next Premier League preview I'll do will probably be the Premier League predictions, which will be in August time. So see you all for next season's predictions.